Hey, what's going on? You're tuned into the Daily Geek right here on SweetGeek.tv. I'm your host, Griffin, and today is November 17th, 2008, episode 68 of the Daily Geek, and let's get to the geek news, starting with story number 1. Circuit City, more rumors about how they're going to close another 150 stores. Now, how are they going to choose? Well, it looks like they're going to use Black Friday as a, to gauge whether or not these stores should be closed. Once we know more, Of course, I'm going to let you know about it right here on the Daily Geek. Moving on, story number 2, Vodaphone. We talked about them on Friday, how they're releasing the Blackberry Storm, and everyone was jealous because in the US, we don't get it until Friday. But you know what? There are some cool unboxing photos, blogs, and videos, and you know what? I'm going to link you to one video that I think is totally cool. It's off the cuff, it's very real, and you need to check it out. I'm including it on the interesting link section on our main site, SweetGeek.tv. Story number 3, TiVo, always looking to innovate, and you know what? They're doing it again with ordering pizza right there on your TiVo. You're going to be able to order Domino's pizza. Very exciting, and you know what? You're even going to be able to track your delivery times, which I think is totally cool. TiVo is always looking to innovate, and you know what? I'm always up to see what TiVo's got for me. Let's move on. Story number 4. You haven't even been able to see one of my net neutrality rants yet because I haven't been doing this video long enough, but you know what? Chances are you're going to get lucky one of these days and get one of my net neutrality rants, but not today. Not today. All I need to tell you today is net neutrality is back on the congressional calendar as early as January 2009 to keep those ISPs from getting too greedy, and you know what, to keep the free-flowing economy or what have you here on the interweb. Anyways, let's move on. Story number 5. Flash coming to mobile phones? Could it be? Could it possibly be? Well, that's what they're saying, and that was what was demoed, but you know what? It wasn't demoed on an iPhone. It wasn't even demoed on a Blackberry. It was demoed on a Windows mobile phone. That's right. Microsoft working with Adobe and ARM, which does most of the processors for these mobile phones, to work together to come up with a flashlight player that will work on mobile phones. Adobe hasn't been able to work very well with Apple, but you know what? Hopefully RIM, please RIM, work with Adobe, bring Flash to my Blackberry. That's all I'm asking. But anyways, let's move on. Story number 6, the last story of the day. Lots of people are talking about it, and you know what? It got kind of hung up in the Apple's application approval process, or at least that's what was rumored, because Google had this huge launch ready for the Google mobile application that they were going to launch for the iPhone on Friday. But you know what? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I don't know what exactly happened. There's lots of rumors spreading around that it was, Apple's application approval process that made Google look kind of like a big dork. But maybe it just makes Apple look bad. I don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to get into the story, but the application looks very cool. It was supposed to be out Friday. Of course it wasn't. It's going to be out maybe today. As early as today, at least that's what they're saying. Very cool application where you're going to be able to speak your search, and it actually voice recognizes what you said and what you're saying, and then searches for it on Google. Very cool application. If you want to check out the video, I'm going to link to it on the interesting link section on our main site, SweetGeek.tv. And there you have it. That is the geek news for November 17th, 2008, episode 68 of the Daily Geek. I'm your host, Griffin, and before we go, let's do the question of the day. What did you do this weekend? Very simple, very easy. I'm looking forward to see what you do on the weekend. What did I do? I went to a big holiday ball thingy where I had to get all dressed up, which almost never happens. I mean, this is about as dressy as I get. And I just genuinely tried to relax and have a good time. And you know what? I'm looking forward to hear what you have to say, and I will reply to every single comment left. So there you have it. Go comment on the question today, what'd you do for the weekend, and I will catch you right back here tomorrow.